Hello, welcome. In this lecture, let us discuss about data types in Java. Java basically has two different types of data types. One is primitive data types. Another one is non-primitive data types. We will mainly focus on the primitive data types in this lecture. As we move forward in the course, we will also be discussing about various non-primitive data types. Firstly, let us understand what does primitive data type mean. Primitive data types are most basic data types in Java. They store simple values directly in the memory. These primitive data types, they store the value directly in the memory. The key features of primitive data types include these primitive data types are predefined by Java and they store the raw values such as characters, numbers, boolean, etc. And each primitive data type has a fixed size. And we will be discussing about the different primitive data types and its size shortly. These primitive data types are stored in stack memory. On the other hand, non-primitive data types store the references, that is memory address, to the object rather than the actual data. These non-primitive data types are created by the programmer. There is a one built-in non-primitive data type in Java called string. These non-primitive data types store the reference, not the actual value. And these non-primitive data types do not have any fixed size. And one of the important thing is this non-primitive data type is stored in the heap memory, whereas primitive data type is stored in the stack memory. These non-primitive data types you will come to know as we progress further in the course. Now let us discuss about 8 different types of primitive data types. Let me open the IntelliJ IDE and let us discuss practically one by one about the primitive data types. So this is a project that we have created. I will open that and I will create one more package now under this Java folder. Call it as a package. I will create new package module2.java basics. So I will create one Java class. I call it as data types. I will create one main method here, public static void main string args. Let us discuss the data types one by one. The first data type is byte. The size is 1 byte. Size of this data type is 1 byte. For example, I can declare byte b equal to 10. Let me move everything inside the main function here. So byte b. You can print this value system.out.println b. If I run this, it should print the value 10, right? And another primitive data type is short. Its size is 2 bytes. Size of this data type is 2 bytes. Default value is 0 if you don't assign any value. I can declare a short like short s equal to 100 and I can print this system.out.println, right? Value of short should get printed now. If you run this, say 100 got printed, right? Another data type is int. Int has a size equal to 4 bytes. Default value is 0 if you don't assign any value. Byte data types we will use byte keyword. Short data types we will be using short keyword. Similarly, int data types we use int keyword. Int I equal to 1000. Like this, you can declare the integer data type. System dot, you can print it I. It should print the integer value. It will print the value of I. If I run this program now, you can see print ln. I will type here print ln so that it will properly output in the single one by one separate line. If I run this, you can see now value of byte 10, short yes 100 and integer I 1000. Another data type in Java is long, which is used to store a bit larger value. Size is 8 bytes. Long L equal to, let's say 10,000. So you can print this as well, system.out.println. This one is the value of the long variable L, right? Similarly, if you want to store the decimal value, you can use a float, which is again a 4 byte only. Another data type is float. Size is 4 bytes. You can use keyword float, f equal to, I can say 10.11. So you can declare float f equal to 10.11 f. You need to provide f here, otherwise it will throw a error. It will ask you to convert to double. By mentioning f, it will know that it is a floating point value. If I run this, it should display the value of this floating point variable 10.11, right? And another data type is double, which has a size equal to 8 bytes. You can declare double, for example, D equal to, the difference between float and double is that precision. It gives a precision of 6 to 7 digits depending on the value. It means after a dot it will provide up to 6 or 7 values here, and double provides a precision up to 15 to 16 digits based on the value. Thus here 6 is guaranteed precision and here 15 is a guaranteed precision. And for a certain numbers it can give up to 16 digit precision. Here also for certain type of numbers it can give a precision up to 7 digits. It means here 15 digit precision means after dot it can represent up to 15 digits here, right? That is the difference between float and double. So another primitive data type is char. The size of char is 2 bytes, right? You can declare a char using char keyword. Char C equal to, let us say I want to represent letter A. It will hold the single character, right? I can print system.out.println. If I run this now, you can see its character value is printed here, right? Also float, you can see here it is giving a precision up to 6 digit only. Here we have provided more digits, but it is providing until here only, right? Double, it is giving all the digits because it will provide up to 15 digits, sometimes up to 16 digits based on the number. Another primitive data type is boolean. The size is 1 bit. So let us say I will declare boolean b1. I can print this one, system.out.println b1. Boolean can hold the value true or false only. True or false. Let me give a value false here. Now if I run this, it should print that value. Okay, wrong spelling. False. F-A-L-S-E. Okay. Now let me rerun this. Okay, you can see value false is displayed. And you can also assign a value true. T-R-U-E. True. It will display the value true. So we have discussed about the 8 different primitive data types. Byte is 1 byte, short which is 2 bytes, integer 4 byte, long is 8 byte, float is 4 bytes, and it provides a precision here digits up to 6 or 7 based on the number. 6 is guaranteed, and here double provides a precision up to 15 or 16. 15 is guaranteed. For certain numbers it will provide up to 16 digits. And character C, which is 2 bytes in size, here double is 8 bytes in size. And boolean, which holds a true or false. Size of the boolean is just 1 bit. So these are different primitive data types in Java. Also one more thing, I wanted to illustrate a default value for each of these data types. Here we have declared the variable inside the main function. Once you declare the variable inside the main function, we need to initialize them, otherwise it will throw an error. And I have created another program wherein I have declared these variables inside the class, not inside the main function, and I will be using these variables here for printing purpose. And the static means I do not need to create any object to use this variable. We will discuss about static keyword in detail in the later section of the course, but right now our purpose is to understand the default value for each of these data type. Here you can see I have declared the different data types that we have discussed earlier: byte, short, int, char, float, double, long, and boolean. And I am printing these variables here, and I have not assigned any value for any of these variable. So since I have not assigned any value, it will be printing the default value, right? Let us run this program and let us see what it will print. Here you can observe default value of byte is 0, short is 0, and default value of int is also 0. Default value of character is null. This is a null symbol. This is not 0, null symbol. And default value of float is 0.0. Default value of double is 0.0. Default value of long is also 0, and default value of boolean is false. Here in this program we have illustrated the default value for each of the primitive data type in Java. Thank you for watching.